Fintech company Block reporting weaker than expected earnings, but shares rising on upbeat guidance. For more on the results, we are joined now by Amrita Ahuja, CFO of Block. Good morning to you. My question to you is, look, the stock is actually moving higher on the higher guidance. The question is how we should think about this last quarter before we even get into the future.
Well, thank you so much for having me today. It's great to be here. We had a really strong second quarter where we executed across the board. We outperformed our own guidance on gross profit, re-accelerating our gross profit growth from 9% in the first quarter to 14% in the second quarter, and achieved our highest ever quarterly adjusted operating income margin at 22%. We also raised our guidance, not only by the Q2 beat, but for the back half of the year. More importantly, we are shipping faster. So what you've seen from us in just the past few months is a number of new initiatives and product launches, from Square AI to Square Handheld, our newest hardware product, to showcasing Bitcoin payments for Square sellers, to 2 new features for Cash App, where you can use Tap to Pay if you're a Cash for Business customer, or you can pool towards a joint goal within Cash App, whether it's a joint office gift or a trip that you're taking with a bunch of other people. So all sorts of new initiatives that you can now do across our 2 ecosystems, Square and Cash App, which has driven us to have the conviction to raise our estimation about what we're going to do for this the rest of this year.
Who do you think, when I think about Cash App, who do you now think of as your biggest competitors?
Cash App started as a peer-to-peer network. And our most recent shareholder letter outlines kind of the 4 key pillars. We've added a bunch of things that you can do within Cash App since our inception. From a peer-to-peer perspective, we have $218 billion in volumes, but we now have a commerce platform on top of that within Cash App, where you can use our debit card. 26 million monthly actives do that on a monthly basis within Cash App. We have a payment type called Cash App Pay, and our commerce volumes are $183 billion, growing 16% a year. Third, we have a banking platform within Cash App. So it's hard to tell you who our competitors are when we cover so much surface area. With our banking platform, we have 8 million very engaged customers with a $250 annualized ARPU. They're deeply engaged in Cash App, using it on a regular basis, 40 times in terms of transactions in a given month. And fourth, we have a Bitcoin platform.
Well, that's where I was going to go.
Yeah, our customers have traded.
That's where I wanted to go with this, is because you talk about trying to make Bitcoin everyday money, and that's a bold claim. A lot of people talk about it as just digital gold, and maybe that's all it should be. You have a more ambitious sort of thought about where it all goes.
We think Bitcoin can be the open protocol that powers the internet, it can move at the speed of the internet. And we as a company can move faster. Our customers, the efficiency at which their money can move across jurisdictions is much greater when Bitcoin is powering money for the internet. So that's something that we've been, with discipline, investing behind for some years, whether that's enabling the buy-sell product, where 8 million of our accounts, our customers, have purchased or sold Bitcoin through our Cash App platform, or it's opening up mining, as we'll be launching in the back half of this year. Our proto mining initiative has a launch event next week, actually, where we'll be releasing chips that help democratize the mining ecosystem. Or it's self-custody with our BitKey product. So we've got a number of different bets that help bring usability.
But do you think it's a mistake, though, just going back to this digital gold idea, do you think it's a mistake to think of it like that? Because, we've had a lot of different people come on the broadcast. Many people over the years thought of it as a currency. Then they said, no, it's actually not a currency. It's a commodity, and it's just digital gold, and that's what it's going to be. It costs too much to actually move it around. People are not going to buy, a coffee with it ever. It's just not going to happen. You don't buy into that.
I think it starts there, but it has the opportunity to move to currency. And that's where our launch in the back half of this year, we're really excited. We already have thousands of Square sellers who have signed up to be able to take a Bitcoin payment. We think it'll likely be small to start, but it's something that we're super excited to see ramp over time.